Welcome to our tutorial series on game development with Java. In this video, we're diving into one of the key aspects of creating engaging worlds, non-player characters, or NPCs, and how to implement quests that players can complete. Whether you're building an RPG, a simulation, or any other type of interactive game, NPCs and quests play a vital role in enhancing the player experience. We'll start by discussing what NPCs are, and then look at how to create a basic structure for them in Java. Afterward, we'll implement an interaction system that allows players to engage with these NPCs. Finally, we'll create a quest system to give our NPCs missions that the players can undertake. First, let's define what an NPC actually is. Non-player characters are characters in a game that are not controlled by the player. They can serve various functions like providing dialogue, selling items, or giving out quests. Now, let's code a basic NPC class. Here, we will create a simple NPC class that will include attributes such as name, dialogue, and a method to interact with the player. Let's go ahead and implement that. In this code, we define an NPC class with private fields for the NPC's name and the dialogue they will speak. The constructor initializes these fields, and the interact method prints the dialogue to the console when called. To implement this, create a new Java file named npc.java in your project. Now that we've defined our NPC class, let's move to handling interactions. To make our game more interactive, we will implement a simple player class that can interact with our NPCs. Let's write this player class next. In this class, the player has a method called talkTo, which takes an NPC object as a parameter. When the player talks to an NPC, the conversation is printed in a structured manner. Now, create another Java file named player.java and add this code. Now we have both NPC and player classes set up and ready. In the next part, we'll simulate an interaction between a player and an NPC within our main program. Let's write the main method to bring everything together. In this game class, we create instances of the NPC and player. When we run this code, it simulates a conversation where the player talks to the NPC. Now, run your program and check if the output displays correctly. Fantastic! We've successfully created basic NPCs and enabled a player to interact with them. Now, to enhance our game, let's add quests. Quests can guide your players and add a layer of depth to your game. We'll create a quest class that holds information about quests. This quest class includes a title and description, as well as a boolean to track whether the quest has been completed. You can add a method to mark the quest as completed and print a message to signify completion. Create a new file called quest.java and add this code. Next, we're going to modify our NPC class to include the ability to give quests to players. This will be done by adding a method that allows NPCs to provide quests. Let's enhance the NPC class with this functionality. The modified giveQuest method now allows NPCs to offer quests to players. This method prints out the quest title and description when called. Add this method to your existing NPC class. Let's bring everything together in our game by giving the player a quest from the NPC. Modify the game class by creating a quest and having the NPC offer it to the player. In the main method, after creating the player and NPC, we now create a new quest instance and call the giveQuest method to simulate the NPC giving the quest to the player. Let's implement this in the game.java file. Once you've made these changes, run your program again. You should now see the NPC giving the quest to the player before the conversation takes place. Excellent! We've made great progress. Next, let's add functionality to allow the player to complete quests. We'll create a simple interaction where the player can choose to complete a quest if it has been given to them. This method checks if the quest is already completed and if not, completes it, which allows players to finish quests they've received. Make sure to add this method to your player class. To simulate completing the quest, let's modify our game class. After the dialogue, we can call the complete quest method directly. In the game.java, add this line after the player talks to the NPC. This way, we simulate the player completing the quest right after the interaction. Now, when you run your program, after talking to the NPC, it should show that the quest has been completed, displaying the related message. Now, we've got a basic system for NPCs and quests. But what if you want to have multiple quests or interact with multiple NPCs? We can build upon our existing framework. You can create a list of quests within an NPC, or even have NPCs with differing dialogues or quest profiles. In this code, we added a list to store quests and methods to allow adding and giving quests. You can easily extend the class further. This opens up many possibilities for your game, such as having NPCs that only give certain quests after others are completed. Before we end this session, remember to test your game with these new functionalities. Ensure NPCs can interact correctly, players can receive and complete quests, and explore how you might want to expand this system further. Thank you for watching this step-by-step tutorial on implementing NPCs and quests in a Java game. Game development is about creativity and experimentation. Don't hesitate to try out new ideas and expand on what we covered today. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more tutorials like it, please like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Happy coding!